on 2024. So yeah, in this discussion, we will discuss about. I already talked with Dania before about the topic that really interests me because it's still like hot topic, you know. If you guys know the Pesta Babi is really, yeah, you can call it controversial. You can call it like dangerous movie. You can call it whatever because. Okay, let me share screen a little bit. Okay, it's already appear, no? Okay, so the discussion for today it's about rethinking democracy in Indonesia amidst the dispersal of Pesta Babi Watch Party. Why me and Dania just put this topic before because yeah, a lot of like military because it's just a movie, but they close all of them, you know, and yeah, that's why that's the main motivation of this discussion. So in this discussion, there will be a 12 question I will send to you guys, and then we can discuss about it and I really like this organization because it's basically like we can improve our English because of course right now I'm still improve my English. I'm still practicing, so guys please don't judge me. Okay, okay, so yeah, I'm also learning today with you guys, and we will discuss about the Pesta Babi. Before we started, I want to share to you about one clip that's really, I think you guys already saw it in on Instagram or on the TikTok that military just coming to dispersal about people who watch the Pesta Babi. So I saw you this one. Wait, your screen. Tunggu, tunggu, tunggu. Ini ke YouTube. Mana YouTube? YouTube. Hmm. I think I gonna show you only one clip. Can you hear me? Dania, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, okay,
Maybe
okay.
also the sound share so the
Yeah, yeah.
participant can hear
Ah, yeah, yeah.
you.
Wait a minute. Where is the sound there? Share sound like this one? This one?
Yeah, correct.
This one, no? And then I shared my screen. Okay. K- All right. Okay. The sound is clear, no, Dania? It's
You
all clear
already
or
can, I'm
what?
not sure if the participant.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no voice. Okay. Ah, it's only the display. All right, all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, content only. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Wait, wait, wait. Sorry, sorry. It's been a while. I didn't use Zoom meeting, you know. That's why. Okay, content only. Share sound. Ah, yes, yes, yes. My bad.
No worries.
Okay, this one. Ah, okay, okay. It's totally different.
Kita izin berorganisasi Pak. kita punya izin berorganisasi. Tidak ada. Dan itu dari lembaga dikti sekali. Organisasi kita itu organisasi digital. Maksudnya kita menonton ini dalam artian kita mau berdiskusi mengenai alam. Kalian
Pak, apakah kampus kekurangan keamanan sehingga menghadirkan Bapak ini?
saya udah kerja di sini, saya Babi di sini.
Pak, itu sudah kampus.
Tapi udah gaul di sini.
Kami kan mahasiswa.
Mana ayo? Ayo.
Dikasih ke kami. Kami kan mahasiswa. Kenapa harus dibatasi?
Kita
Oke. Oke. Already play, no? All right. So there is this, guys. That one example how repression that military do. After watching some, not some. I mean, after watch the Pesta Babi movie, and what's why this is happen, so basically we already prepare some question, I think 12 question about what we gonna discuss after watch the clip. So yeah, I'm gonna share to you the PowerPoint. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, so the first one, what is the main message of Pesta Baby? Why was the screening of Pesta Baby made with dispersal and security monitoring by authorities at the beginning of its showing? So yeah, because we already saw like on social media, they always dispersal every like in public area that people who watch the movie, they always, especially not the policemen, but the military always coming like before. Me and my friend, luckily they don't coming with our events, because we really close, like private event. That's why luckily we don't get dispersal. So yeah, we can start for the first question. It's what is the main message? If you guys know, you can answer about the this question, because yeah, of course we practice right now. So yeah, so the first question is, what is the main message of Pesta Baby? Anyone can raise your hand, or I can point one of you. Haras, you have opinion? No judging. We practice, all of us. Okay, let's
Okay.
go, brother.
Uh, uh, what is the main message of Pesta Babi? Honestly, I haven't watched the movie, but I have heard something about it. I think what I've heard that people want to show that the deforestation in Papua, I guess, but I don't really know. That's what I've heard.
Hmm.
I think that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Haras. Thank you, Haras. Titin, you have a comment about, maybe you already watched the movie, or
Okay, thank
Aulia, or
you.
okay, okay.
Okay, so I think probably from this movie we can see many perspective about the environment, how the way the government treat the tribe. It's like a Papua's tribe, and then how they ignore about the environment. They just wanna how to say to they just wanna success on their uh, program doesn't. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's all probably. Thank you.
Hmm. Thank you, Titin. Okay, next we have Tania Ramadhani here. So Tania, can
Hi.
you hear? Hello, Tania. Nice to meet you. So we just started discussion about the Pesta Babi movie, because it's okay. You guys, all of you will be answering all these questions, because of course the main purpose of this discussion is we practice our English. So yeah. So the first question is, what's the main message of Pesta Babi. Have you watched it, Tania?
Yes, uh,
Hmm.
I do watch it, the film,
Hmm.
and it was so good.
Oh yeah.
And wait a
So what?
second. What is the
So
main
what do you
message?
think? The main message of Pesta Baby. What do you think?
I think it's very good. The document, and it's really show us like how is the reality in the Papua itself. Like, and also I feel like they have like a very accurate data, and it's really uh it's really a lot of things that we never thought it happens, but it's actually happened in real life, and it was a very uh like like the whole like the part of Papua is very being damaged by the government itself, and I have I have a very bad expectation of for our government after I seeing this documentary. Actually, I
Mhm.
just like that.
All right. Thank you so much, Tania, about your opinion. Because yeah, it's really good movie before because the government with I don't know, maybe the media is working together with the government because they always frame like Papuanis is OPM, who fighting with the NKRI, but they never show like what is happening in the actual condition in Papua, like deforestation, like I said before, like how the company, the program like PSN project, you can call it Project Strategis Nasional, must be applied there, even is they're not successful in Kalimantan. They force in the Papua and still, yeah, they still force it on Papua. So yeah, it's basically the main message of Pesababi. So okay, we move to second question. How does the film show the relationship between development and indigenous people in Papua? And does the government shape how people think by restricting certain event or film? So basically, in this question, you already know like a military come to event like a Pesta Babi. People who watch Pesta Babi in the public area, they got dispersal. So what do you think about it? Is it the government want to like doctrinize people? So yeah, basically in this question, what do you think?
Wait,
Okay, we. Hmm.
is that for me? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Is whoever wanna answer it? It's okay. Yeah, yeah. Tanya, if you wanna answer, time is yours.
Okay, so basically, how's the relationship between development and indigenous people in Papua? And I think the way government act like restrict this certain event of this film is a very confusing. It's very confusing because they have like no legal way for restrict this film because again um because it's a documentary film, and I think it's really good. It's a really good film that can show us like to educate the people about how it's actually happened in Papua right now. So I think government is being very like the way they act is a very suspicious for me. Like
Mm.
how they even supposed to act, like how they even arrested people by saying this film, like that is the question, like how, like why. I don't know, like yeah, so that's for me.
Okay, thank you, Tanya, for your answer. So we going move. Who not yet the wait. Aulia. What do you think, Aulia, about the second question? why like government restricting the events, you know? Is it the government want to like doctrinize us to don't watch the movie or what? What do you think? Aulia, can you hear me? No judging, all right, because we practice here. Even me, I'm still practice, so yeah. Aulia, can you hear me? Because you still muted. Oh, okay, okay. We going to move to another person. So, Marcin, what do you think, Marcin? Or if you don't understand the question, you can ask me, all right? But the the point is what I said. Like the government want to doctrinize us about the issue, right? So, is it the military come basically to they want to like shape how people think by restricting the event. So Marcin, oh Tommy, sure, Tommy, you can unmute and answer the question for sure, for sure.
Okay, thank you for the time. So, in my perspective, I think the way government restrict people to watch that films, it is considered as a censorship, and it is because of our government afraid of that people could doctrinized by the movie and disturb the government programs and leads to the political instability in our country. So that is
Hmm.
the reason why our government restrict people to watch that movie.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense because yeah, I think the rupiah right now is like 17,500. I think because maybe because of the movie, you know, after the investor saw the movie, the deforestation is really guts the economy, you know. That's why the rupiah going like downtown, you know what I'm saying? So we going to next. Is anyone wanna answer the second question? Titin? Oh, Titin, I think I know this one cartoon, you know. Are you Titin from the that one cartoon?
No, the name
Huh?
is Tintin, is not Titin.
Oh, Tintin. Sorry,
Okay,
sorry, sorry.
no worries. So I think I have some opinion with the last speaker. So how does
Mm.
the film show the recent between development? Okay, so does the government shape how people think by restricting certain events on Islam? Yeah, probably because they just wanna restrict us to don't get persuaded by watching the movie. So as we know that Papua, I mean, like there are a lot of issues about Papua, and then I think the government just wanna don't wanna make it wider the issues, and then just try to overcome probably if there's something big thing that will happen in the future. Yeah, just
Mm.
probably like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Titin. So, we have Nezumi here. Nezumi, you have opinion about the second question? Because we learn now, all right? Nobody judge, okay? Nezumi, is your name really Nezumi or what's your name, eh? You like Japanese? Are you Japanese or what? Hello, Nezumi.
Check.
You, hello. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you, man.
Okay, brother. I don't really know how my opinion yet because uh, I just come in and so yeah, you know,
Yeah, it's okay.
I just come in so I can't give you any opinion right now. So
Mm.
maybe later on I will. I would.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, my man, for sure. Because this movie basically is really like a new one. Maybe they published it in 3 weeks before, and then there is event that military got dispersal about the event about watching the movie. So yeah, basically Pesta Babi is about it. What we discussed today, it's basically about it. So yeah, we're going to move to the, if somebody wanna have opinion about it, you can raise your hand and answer the question. Okay, just don't be shy because yeah, I'm shy too, but I try my best. Okay, so nobody. Haji Isam, do you have opinion about this? About the second question? Okay, I
I
think not.
um
Uh,
um um um
Hello?
um
Oh
hi.
yeah, yeah. Yo, what's up?
Yes, I think I would like to give my opinion about the relationship between development and the indigenous people in Papua right now.
Hmm.
The thing is, I think the way government or company or the company approach the indigenous people in Papua itself, it's
Sorry, Tanya, I cannot hear
literary
you.
and like doing like
Hello,
way
Tanya.
like
Sorry, I
they do
can.
like
Hmm.
kekerasan to
Oh,
approach
okay.
the
Violence.
the people of the Papua
Hmm.
itself. So it's very very wrong at the first step. Like the way to approach the people, it's very very wrong. It's very very wrong. So I think that's why people, indigenous people in Papua, is also against the company that
Hmm.
coming to their land because you know basically the indigenous people in Papua is doesn't even get the benefit of it, right? Like it's only benefit for the people from the company itself or the only several people that got the benefit from that development. So the people in Papua doesn't really have like don't even have like a benefit of anything any they don't have like benefit for it, and I think it's very very um unbalanced gitu loh. Jadi it's very very sad, like the fact that they are the one who live in that land and search of their um this of their food, and the way they just doing the deforestation is very very sad. So yeah, it's
Hmm.
unfortunately true gitu.
Yeah. It's actually in the movie they already told like because they don't have like a freehold certificate like SHM. The land there it's only tanah adat, and so basically how the government and I mean how the company to claim the land is just using military to put patok in there. So they claim it's their land because it's not yet freehold. It's not yet SHM. Because we basically in Indonesia we have to claim a land, one thing you must have a freehold certificate or SHM. But they don't have. It's tanah adat. They use it for centuries of time. So yeah, that's if you guys watch it full the movie, you know how the manipulation, how PSN program is really forced. So even it's illegal, like to put patok in the land in the tanah adat, it's just like that. So yeah, this movie is really open the perspective about the issue. So yeah. So okay.
So
Yeah.
basically, you said that the company have the legal, the LSM. Is it right? So the company have the right of the land itself.
No, because it's tanah adat. But how they claim it, it's they put patok. Patok, it's like
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
tanah
like
adat. Mm.
salib that one, right?
No, the salib one. It's basically it's how the indigenous people fight the
Yeah,
government
yeah, yeah.
because they claim the
The
land.
land, yes.
Yes.
All right.
That's why it's really complicated tanah adat. Basically,
But
adat. What's
One
up?
question.
Mm.
Um, um, is it legal for a company to use the land? Do they own the land? I mean, who own the land? Like, do government have the right of the land? Because we don't know who is legally own the land itself. So that is question coming from me actually.
Oh, okay. So that's your question. Okay. I answer the question because in Indonesia we have undang-undang pokok agraria. It's about regulation about the land. So in our constitution law, we have if you want to have a land, you must have one certificate. You can call it certificate hak milik, or in English you can call it freehold. If you don't have that, it's really it's really weak claim. If you this one is my land, but you don't have like any proof that there is your land. That's why masyarakat adat is really that's the weak spot that masyarakat adat have, because it's still like there is no ownership there, because it's only indigenous people who live centuries there, and there is no centuries. So basically it's like no ownership. So that's maybe the government using it, because in Indonesia, if you don't have freehold, the land is mine. That's how they
Oh,
claim.
so basically
Yeah,
the government take over the land.
yeah, take over the land. That's right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because I told you in our regulation they must have freehold. If you don't have freehold, same like in Bali. In Bali, I know before I handled one case before in I'm sorry, Dania, if there is any question in the chat, you can interrupt me and told me about what's in, because I didn't see the chat. Okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Because in Bali also, I know there is one case. There is no like certificate there in. If you guys know Bukit Abah in I forgot, in Klungkung, or I forgot, in Klungkung or Gianyar, I forgot. In that area, same situation like in Papua area. There is no certificate there, but they only they been live there like for centuries, like 150 years there, from nenek moyang, nenek moyang. It's really really long time. There is no certificate, but the government come wanna claim, but the people fighting, I think until now they fighting about the land, because they still live there, and the only proof that they have pura there, they have pura that proof they have the land. That's why it's really really interesting issue about the land. Like in Papua, it's same actually like Bali, but in Papua it's much larger. Yeah, Dania, what's up?
I want to ask something. So,
Yeah,
if
sure.
this case happens, so when you live in the land for a long time and you cannot claim the land like for the indigenous people to have the certificate of the land, is it not possible for them?
Yeah, of course, it's possible. It's possible. If you have, you must have like witnesses that know that you lived there for. I think I
Oh,
forgot the specific years. I think 25 years to 30 years. If there is no people who claim the land, but you live there for 25 or 30 years, you can register to BPN to make a certificate, so the land is yours, so it's definitely possible. But yeah, but the main thing, it's the main issue is about because the indigenous people doesn't know about national law, they
um,
live they live day by day. There is no lawyer there. They don't know about how the government law system works. They know hukum adat. They know like same like Bali. They know like awik-awik, perarem, they don't even know about how to claim the land, how to legalize the land, so the land can be yours. That's why.
Okay, thank
So
you.
it's yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, guys. So we move to the third question. Sorry, I share too much. So yeah, uh, not only the question, but if you guys want to share something about what's happening in your village or your city or your area, you can share it. It's not only about what I asked to you guys, but you can also explain or make a statement about the same issue. Okay, next. Okay. The third question is why does the film use the terms colonialism in modern times? And should one group's feeling be a reason to limit another? Oh, ini sebenarnya. So basically, it's really philosophical. What is it? Philosophy question, you know? Uh, the film used the term colonialism in modern times is basically. I think you guys not answering this question, no, because this question is for the Andi Laksono who make the movie, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're going move to fourth question. Do you think the film represent fair perspective or okay. This one is you can discuss if you agree or disagree. You can share your thoughts, guys. So do you think the film presents a fair perspective or it's bias and why? So what do you think? Anyone wanna answer this question? Okay, Marcin.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, yeah,
thank you for the opportunities. So
yeah.
it's
No problem, man.
basically, yeah, is purely um opinion from me, and I don't really deep analyze about this movie too. Even I don't
Mm,
watch this movie. But
mm,
if I have to choose between fair perspective or bias, so based on me, that is bias. Why?
mm,
The first thing, it's because yeah, in my perspective, we need to develop our food security also, while uh we need to cover the all of needs of Indonesians too. It's not only in Papua but also for all in Indonesia. So what I see right now, it because the first, yeah, we want to create bioethanol. Yeah, most of the bioethanol factories, so it's reliable to build in Papua is the first. And that is for energy sectors of Indonesia. And the second, it because most of the lands, the free lands is is still available in Papua. While Papua is able to become to become what to become the place where Indonesia needs them in the situation. So of course it will be development also for Papua because uh, because they can produce many national budget or something that related with how to build these countries, so they will be better. but but sometimes the thing that happens right now in Papua is not fit with what I thought before, because sometimes they take only the natural resources of the Papua and they forget how to build the Papua itself. So it means there is no balancing between how much natural resources that Indonesia take with the feedback that the Papua get. It's like what happens right now in Riau, for example. Almost 60 or 50% oil, yeah, we take from Riau, one of them from Rokan Hulu. But we can see how Rokan Hulu grows right now is still not better than in the Java. So I don't want if this also happens, especially in Papua, to when Indonesia take many natural resources from Papua, but Papua still work in the same place almost
Mm.
until today. So this is the reasons that there is a big feedback that the government should give to the Papua that make Papua become the good cities, and of course Papua will be the heroes for all Indonesian from Sabang until Merauke. So this is the reason that
Mm.
I can say that if this is bias with the several perspective that mentioned by the movie with the perspective that the government wants from
Mm.
Papua to Indonesia. So this is my perspective. Thank you.
Mm. Okay, it's an interesting perspective because yeah, basically the movie is about one side area about how deforestation and how is it the government claim the land without what is it without any discussion with the indigenous people, and they don't like do interview with the government why they do it. They only
Yeah.
put like clip. I think they put the perspective from the government. It's clip like Project PSN, they put the regulation and they
Yeah.
put Prabowo Pidato. So yeah, it's interesting about it. So yeah.
Mister,
Hmm.
can I add more example?
Yeah. Sure, man.
Yeah, there are the several cities that have the same problem with Papua, even in my cities. Yeah, I was
Hmm.
born in Padang, West Sumatra. While everything there start by the land that called by Tanah Wilayat. You know what happens right now with Tanah Wilayat? We need to go to Kepala Suku. We need to go
Hmm.
to the several leader of that place itself. You know, we trying to negotiate about the better thing for my cities, West Sumatra.
Hmm.
But the Kepala Suku, they are from, I cannot say they are from the under uh, uh, what their education still low lah. We can say that
Hmm. Yeah.
they don't know about regulation. They don't know about the development of the city. They don't know about the financial projection. They don't know about something that today we should know about how to develop this city. So when the smart person come to them, yeah, and they don't know in the financial, in the economic thing, they don't know about the sociology thing, they don't know about the development and others. So we will negotiate with the wrong persons. So sometimes I feel what the government feel. They want to become, they try to be authoritarian, but they don't want to do the authoritarian, but only the way to do the authoritarian. So it means to make the fast development, yes, they need to become the iron hand to do that. Yeah, so this the dilemma also that I think as the citizen, yeah, I know the government, if yeah, so because there are many oknum, yeah, we don't know we trying to think about the positive to the government first. Yeah,
Hmm.
I know the government is not the, all of them are clean, but there are the several of them are dirty. But we are as the good citizen, we try to think first about what happens. Yeah, if they trying to do a big negotiation with every single uh kepala suku, so how long that will be realized about the dream of all Indonesian that get uh, food security, ketahanan pangan, or our economic will be higher than 8% and others. So yeah, this is this citizen dreams also. Yeah, this is my opinion.
Okay. Nice. Nice. What's your name again? Sorry. Marcin. I thought
Yeah,
your
this
name is Marshall, like in
yeah,
One Piece.
Marshine.
Oh, Marshine.
Yeah,
Like in One
yeah,
Piece, you know what I'm saying?
Marshine.
Like Marshall.
Yeah, I'm the
Marshall.
brother of Sunshine. You can see the Sunshine also here. We
Yeah,
are
yeah. Oh, you
Shine.
brother of Sunshine.
Yeah, we are Shine Dynasty.
Okay, Shine. Okay. I I'm honored to meet Shine Dynasty. Okay, I'm Michael. Nice to meet you guys. Okay, okay. We're going to who's not yet answering? Okay. So Nezumi still here? Okay. Oh, Aulia. I think Aulia not yet answering. Give opinion about it. Aulia, do you have opinion about the movie? Is it what do you think? The film is fair perspective or is it bias? The Pesta Babi movie. What do you think?
Sorry, Mister. I think Alia have a cough, so she write it down in the chat box.
Ah, okay, okay. Sorry, sorry. I just see. Sorry, I have cough. Okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
okay.
Okay, okay. So we move Haji Isam. Do you have opinion about it? Haji Isam about the Pesta Babi movie? What do you think? Is it bias and why?
Check, am I audible, sir?
Hello?
Am I audible, sir?
Your voice it's not
You
clear,
want
sir.
something to wait, let me change the connection, sir. Wait a second.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Maybe you can use earphone or to move another place, maybe, so it can be much clearer. Okay, so we wait for Haji Isam, and if somebody wanna, okay, Tommy. Ah, okay, sure, Tommy. Time is your Tommy. You can unmute and give us like your perspective.
Yeah, actually, I have the same perspective as Mershine before. I do believe that this movie is more biased rather than giving us fair perspective. It tends to to memihak to
Mm.
the indigenous people side rather than our government because in this movie they uh this movie doesn't show us about the urgency of opening the land in Papua, and I think that food security is one of the most important issue that we face right now because the Indonesian population is always grow in over the time, and food is one of the most crucial thing that human needs to live. So that's why opening a new land for agriculture is also important. But in this movie, it doesn't it doesn't shows us or explain to us about the importance of that 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 action because in this movie it is only against the government action, but it doesn't show how urgent it is about food security and the renewable energy things because it is not only opening for agriculture for food but also for creating generating a bioethanol industry that which is really important to combating our climate change issue. So that's why I think this movie is biased and not gives us a fair perspective.
Mm. Okay, thank you, Tommy, for your perspective. Uh, is there anyone wanna add? Okay, then yeah, sure,
Uh,
sure.
yeah, it's quite interesting, but I think yeah, maybe we can call this movie is biased because it's strongly focused only on the indigenous struggle and more critic to the government project. But in my opinion, the documentary movie usually often highlight the marginalized voices that are rarely heard in mainstream discussion. So uh, that's why I think this movie come to us for rather than just asking is it fully neutral or only biased. Maybe this movie is for I mean like this film provide the important perspective for us that really deserve in public discussion. So from this movie we also get a lot of question like how important is it the government project or how struggle are the indigenous people face after the this government project. And if we're talking about the how to say like the project about the food something like that, um in my opinion like they open the land in Papua but they're not maintaining the land that uh, it actually like for example like rice field in Bali. Before in Canggu is there's a lot of rice field in Bali, but now it changed. All becomes the building. So if they are really thinking about the food something like that before, why they just let this thing happens? You know what I mean, right? And then they
Hmm.
open land to the resources area, and why they are not keep the land that actually already as a like a rice field before. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dana. Yeah, basically they in this movie they don't share too like even the PSN like food estate, bioethanol, but yeah, they still like what Aulia says. I'm totally agree. Like they still have low, really low, like in other province like Java, even like Sumatra. Sumatra have a lot like resources, but in my place in Palembang in South Sumatra, one time a week, I always remember like one time a week, um, there is always like a blackout in my place. There is no electricity one time a week, and when when there is a blackout, there is no signal also. So there is no light, there is no signal, I cannot call, there is no internet. So yeah, where's the justice about it? It's the same like Papua. Papua, they take all the resources and then they keep them low. So yeah, that's what's Aulia said. Okay, there is four raise hand here. So Mr. Sunshine, sure, Mr. Sunshine, you can speak.
Thank you for
Yeah.
the opportunity. I also want to underpin the previous opinions that we believe that it provides. I mean, like the release of the movie itself, it becomes a way for check and balance. I think that's one of the principles in the democracy that have participations of the people, not only to vote, but also to provide um, check and balance mechanism means that they can produce some opinions. And now it is done through this movie on how the
Hmm.
actual situations happening in the sites, right? So I think
Hmm.
it's kind of fair, um the release of the movie, because it is actually provides support for the governments to check
Ah.
what's some the things that haven't been reported Okay, so when we found some anomalies or something that is not exactly monitored or evaluated, even for example, as the executives, the presidents, and the ministries would produce reports, they will send it to the DPR or the Senate to actually evaluate that because even in triangle of democracies itself like contains the executive, legislative, and also the
Judicative.
judicative. Yep. um Even though they are spirited, there's still some ways where there would be a leak, right? I mean, like they can coordinate behind the table that the corruptions can still happen between each organization or each entity, right? So even if, for example, one certain project is approved, it doesn't mean that there are no disadvantages happening in the sites, or probably they are not reported or they are halfly reported. So this movie provide the governments on how to control and how to evaluate which sites, which stakeholders actually make problematic issues in the process of the projects of the government. We believe that still Indonesia deserves better, and the government try to do their best to execute some projects that can provide benefits massively for the people and for anything in Pentaholic Scrum, for example, like the industries, the small medium enterprises, the governments, the medias themselves, our government striving to do that. But of course, in the middle, like what has been stated by you yourself, that the implementations of the local government, especially, are still lacking. Yeah, because I think they're not very strictly monitored by the low entities there, and because of their own authorities to control or to govern their own local or their own areas. We call it like apa disalignment, or how to say, I forgot to say it. Uh, Sometimes the project is contrasting to the government's project between central and also local governments, and it also create another chaos happening. So at the end of the day, I believe that this is still a fair perspective. The
Mm.
governments can provide like a clarification or press release to
Mm.
confront this
Mm.
fairly, so that it can reduce the controversiality, not through the direct physical confront, like what's happened in the movies or in the shots or
Mm.
reels that you previously really show us or display to us before, but through a proper legal formal governmental ways, not through military perspective. I think that's for me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting perspective from Mr. Sunshine about, yeah, because from Mr. Sunshine said that because it's our government system is democracy, so basically each people have their own contribution about what is it, check and balance, what's going on in the company, what's going on in the system, and all of it. So it's totally fair idea, fair what movie do to do like a check and balancing. So yeah, okay, okay, there is two raised hand here, Titin and Saifullah Putra. Okay, Titin, dipersilakan Titin. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, I agree about some opinion that the movie is biased, but I'm wondering three questions or three things. First is, does the government involve the indigenous people about the programs? And then second, I think the government have its kind of long-term program for Papua region or for Papua province, but it looks like in the movie, uh, the indigenous people or the communities don't get involved, or yeah. don't get involved to the program. And then the third question is, oh, wait a minute, I forgot the third one. So I think two first, yeah. I forget the third question. I mean, I just wondering that one. So
Mm.
yeah,
So sorry, so you asking me or asking the all of us
people,
like
all of you,
oh,
all
okay,
of you,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Okay, guys. There is two question from Titin about the issue. How is it? So sorry. I remember the second question about is it the indigenous people actively contributed with the PSN or what? And the first one, what is it, Titin?
For the first one, the government, does the government involve the indigenous people
Hmm.
to how to implement the program? And then the second one, I think the government already have long-term planning for
Oh,
the Papua regions. So why this case should be happen like that? And then yeah, I think that's
okay,
all.
okay. Okay, so basically it's two question from Titin. Is anyone wanna give opinion about it? Or before the question, maybe Saifullah Putra wanna answer the Titin question before answering the fair perspective or bias for this
Could you
question.
repeat
Yeah,
the question?
yeah.
I didn't hear like completely the question.
Oh, okay. So basically, there is two questions from Titin about the issue that's happening in Papua. Like the first question is it the indigenous people participating when the program is applied, and the second one I forgot the second one. Okay, sorry. The second one, what is it again? The second one,
Long term
long
planning that
term planning. Yeah.
yeah, that government have. I think they have it right. Like
Mm.
yeah, but yeah, it looks like the movie. Yeah, it's contra with the
Mm.
program.
Yeah. It's a PSN. I
I'm just
think.
wondering. Yeah, I'm just wondering why this case should be happen when uh if the government involve the communities or probably make a discussion with them, because when I watch the movie it's like uh, in the perspective of movie, the indigenous people, they feel that they don't uh, participate with the programs, like yeah, like that. You
Okay.
get it, sir? I mean,
Okay.
you get it what I mean, right?
But Titin, Dania already put the question in the chat box. Maybe Saifullah Putra can read that and understand.
Okay, I'm trying to
Yeah.
answer
Okay.
the questions that are written in the chat box and also the questions on the slides. But I just want to like to give a disclaimer because I'm trying to be more objective as far as I can. But sometimes, yeah, I just like give my opinion or give my perspective. So if everyone agrees or disagrees, it's up to you. So this is my perspective. So luckily, thanks to God, I have like traveled to outside the Java because I'm living in the Java. I have lived several years in Sumatra, and then I have lived also several months in South Papua. So I know the reality a little bit, and I could capture the reality that the indigenous people face in the real life. But still, it's not enough because I'm not from Papua. But I could say that we are very lucky to live in Java because Java compared to other islands are very different. Like maybe the gaps are very far, especially from Papua. Yeah, especially for Papua. And then yeah, I saw that there are a lot of this deforestation in South Papua, especially for opening the pulpwood pulpwood forest or palm oil industry. So it's really massive, the deforestation there. And most of the companies are coming from the overseas, like mostly are from South Korea. So South Korea built a big company there. I think, I don't know, but when I worked there, when I went to the nearest city, I took around like 82 kilometers by car. But what I have seen along the way is just palm oil. There's no rainforest. There are forests, but just like it's not that long. Like it's not that fair compared to the total of the um total of the palm oil industry, which is maybe you can say that maybe I'm like exacerbated the story, but you can check by yourself on Google Earth. Yeah, but still Papua has rainforest. Yeah, that's fact. But the deforestation rate is also I think improving day by day, because there are a lot of programs from the government, but I don't think that the program is really beneficial for the indigenous people. So if you see the indigenous people, they preserve or they perceive the forest as their mom, as their mother, because they got the food from the forest. They took or they built the home from the forest. Everything they took the forest. Okay, so they even don't think about what they would eat in the tomorrow, because they are very sure the forest will provide it. Okay, so they just took whatever from the forest on that day to be eaten for their family, for their village. And as you know that in Papua there are many, how to say, like ethnicities, right? One ethnicity has different tradition, has different clothes, has different language to another ethnicities. So they are united in Bahasa Indonesia. So that's the advantages. But when they see like the forests are being cut down, are being deforestation by the government, they lose the staple food, they lose the sources to provide their life. So that's why they are threatened by this program. But I don't say that all of them are threatened, but there are a good side also. Like for example, young people coming from the big city, for example, Merauke. Yeah, I say big city, but it's not as big as cities in Jakarta, in Java, or in Sumatra. It's like a small city, like a small kabupaten or regency in Java, but they call it like a big city because they're capital. Okay, so lots of young people who move from the cities to work in the company, which is that good side. It takes like I think 6 hours minimum, 6 hours minimum from the capital city to the central of the industry. But the workers are living in the city, but not in the forest. So that's why I think it's not it's their view as not as reflective as the indigenous people, because yeah, indigenous people are very, how could say, like not introvert. I think they are not showing themselves to the outside of the world. So mostly they are working inside the forest, and they have like villages and houses inside the forest. So they don't show up like on the roads or etc. Sometimes they show up. Sometimes they sell like fishes or whatever they take from the forest. They sell it to the uh, to the vehicles that pass down to the on the roads. But even they have roads, it's not as crowded as other islands. So it's very quiet, it's very silent. Maybe you can see like one vehicle or two vehicles in each 10 minutes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna say like this film, I think, more represent a fair perspective, I would say, because I could say that I haven't watched the film completely, so I just watched like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. But I, from the first beginning of the movie, I could say that the movie reflects the reality in Papua. But yeah, the movie cannot picture all the like suffering, all the condition in Papua because they haven't interviewed all the ethnicity. Because yeah, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy. But the point that the movie like point out to the viewers is it is reality happen. It's real happen in Papua right now. So well, maybe you have uh, do you have maybe any opinion or perspective? So it's okay, but we have to say that yeah, our brothers and sisters are struggling, are suffering there. So we need to support it, and then they don't have any place or any person that have that protect them or maybe protect their forest as their source of living. So I think I could say something like that. Maybe it's I'm very sorry if my I take too long to
No,
explain it.
it's okay, Saiful, because we are discuss here about
Yeah, we are discussion. Okay, this
yeah,
is just my
it's
opinion.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
okay, it's
have
okay. You don't need
other opinion.
to sorry to us, because we learn, we have a discussion together. So yeah, okay. Tommy, okay, Tommy, raise hand again. Tommy, time is yours. Sorry, before Tommy started, Dania, can you please handle in 3 minutes because I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, sure.
Can you? Okay. Little bit, okay?
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Tommy, you can start to talk.
Yeah, sure. I would like to answer, but only in the first question. Yeah. So, based on that movie, I see that our government already involved the indigenous people to get involved in that program, specifically on the rice field programs, because the deforestation of Papuan forest is dedicated for three industry, if I'm not wrong, which is palm oil plantation, sugar cane plantation, and rice field. And the indigenous people, and our government already involving the indigenous people for the rice field industry. But in the execution for maintaining that rice field, the indigenous people suffer the cost of the rice field production, because the fertilizer price and any other that needed for maintaining their rice field is quite expensive for them. So that's why they could not sustain their rice field, and those rice field land become bankrupt because of the high cost of fertilizer and any other equipment to maintaining the rice field. And besides that, they also have a lack of skills to maintain their rice field, because they didn't terbiasa for produce rice field, because before they involved in this program, they they were relying on the food that provided from the forest. So that's why they do not have enough capability or skills to maintain their rice field. And in other hand, there are a lot of transmigrants that live there as well, that that also involved in this program, and these transmigrants have an advanced skills to maintaining the rice field for this program. So I think in the future it could triggers a horizontal conflict between indigenous people and transmigrants because of this issue. That is my answer for the first question based on the movie. Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy, for your statement. Okay, there is Haji Isam. Sure, you can talk. Yeah.
Am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
Hello, Haji. Oh, sorry, bro. I cannot hear your voice clearly, man. Maybe your mic have some problems, man.
I don't know why. Hello, hello,
Okay, okay. Just
hello.
just speak it. It's okay. It's okay. We still can hear what you say, man. Even it's a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, Haji Isam, you can say it. Hello. Oh, Tania. Okay, Tania. Time is yours, Tania.
Okay. I'm just trying to get in touch with your a lot of argument, guys. So um so yeah, I agree with what Scott Tommy says before. Yes, our government is trying to involve indigenous people basically in that rice field, but then in the execution it has a lot of problems, right, like from the indigenous people itself. But I think that should be have known by the government about how is the condition about the indigenous people itself, like they have lack of knowledge and they have no equipment to execute the programs, right? So I think the burden is still on the government, because again they are the one who um, give the programs on the land where the people is still uneducated. So I think the burden is on the government to give them first education, to at least maintain on how to produce rice, for example, because that is the programs that being like that is the programs they trying to include the indigenous people, right? But also in the other hand, I don't see in the film, right, I don't see the government is trying to engage with the indigenous people about the palm oil, about the biodiesel, about the sugar plant. I don't see that in the documentary, in the film itself. So I think again and also I coming from Marshine perspective that said before, it's hard for government to what to communicate or to negotiate with the indigenous people, because again they don't know like how to like the procedure, or they don't know about how the management or etc. Basically they uneducated. That is become the struggle for the government to trying to engage with the indigenous people itself. And also as I remember, Kak Marsain said that is it quite uh, it's like he said that we this is for national program, right? We our country needs the food estate or instant transfer. It's for our national interest, right? And I think that is quite right. But again, is it is it right to sacrifice 1,000 life of Papua, for example, to for the programs that we don't know yet is it successfully or not? Because again, the fact that these programs has um uh, like from the history, we know that a couple times this program is trying to implement by the government, but a couple times it fails. I don't know, but that is the fact that I see in the in like in the film, or neither from the I have read from the news also. Like it has failed a couple times, and the question is, can we trust like the government or the company to successfully provide us like the our national needs? Can we trust them? Like, is it the programs that held in Papua can be same as the programs that held in Riau, for example, or the program in Kalimantan that has successfully, for example? Is it would be same as that? That is the question first. Also the question is, can we um uh do our government capable to actually giving a big, very, very big feedback for those people who live in Papua? Because again, um, we have damaged their source of food. We have damaged their land. We have damaged a place where they live. Can we trust our government to give that feedback to the people who live in Papua? For example, to make the city more development, to make the people more educated. Can we trust the government? That is what that um appear in my head right now. Because again, I do think that our national interest is also important. Our needs, national needs is important. But saying how our government act right now, it's giving like what is that called? It's giving like a keraguan gitu loh. So yeah, that is for me, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
If you
I
have
think
a
we got
perspective of can
yeah.
ensure me to more believe in government, for example, like after all of that they have done right now, I would say thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Miss. So I think your question also will be discussed in the next question because we still have some question that already not yet answered yet. So maybe we can move to the next question, Mister.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. We're going to move. Sorry, I've been 3 minutes in the bathroom because I need to take a bath, Not take a bath, but so okay. There is two people that not yet have discussed. I saw David Satya and then Angga Kusuma, and oh yeah, there's two. Okay, the next question gonna be both of you, okay, guys, to answer this question. Okay, the next question is how does the film affect people opinions and feeling about okay. Okay, the next question is how does the film affect people opinions and feeling about social political issue? Because yeah, I told you guys if you already watch, of course, for my perspective before because I haven't watched it and then after I watch it, it's totally make my opinion is totally different because the media always framing like the Papuan who fight for the with the TNI, the military is always like OPM versus TNI, or OPM versus TNI, is terrorism versus TNI, and they never show the real issue. They never show the history that why. they do the fighting, they how the exploitation, how the deforestation happening in the Papua. So yeah. Okay, so this question is for because I haven't yet hear Mr. David Satya. Mr. David Satya, can you hear me, Mr. David?
I can hear you, yes, definitely, but
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just joined in late and
It's okay, it's okay.
I have
Yeah,
so
it's
many
okay.
things to catch up, and I haven't watched some of the film so much, right?
Mm. Yeah, it's okay.
However, here's the thing,
Mm.
right? So when I was still I think when I was in undergrad and master degree, right, in which I spent most of my time fighting my own professor and actually teaching some students. Uh, just happened that, you can Google this, right? You can find out. I'm just gonna dox myself on this. So I was in Universitas Merdeka Malang, right? That's a small campus, right? And just like so many small campus in Malang, it's mostly populated by Flores and Papuan students, right? The problem with that is you have students, right? I mean, like we're all blessed that we live in either Java, Sumatra. We got educations from good universities. So a lot of us speak in English, which shows that we are actually having good education, right? But these students, right? They don't, right? They just go to college and that's it. Life goes on for them, right? So I bring them in this kind of situation is just, like the correlation with the question, right? How does the film affect people's opinions and feelings about social and political issues? Okay. So like when we talk about Papuan, right? We tend to talk about them as if they are either just like in media, if it's were in media, they will be talked as unruly children, right? Like that fought against the order, or if it were to be on someone who's against, right, against the government to begin with, right? They will frame the fight as if either it's you know, how do I put it this way? As if a freedom fighter or something that is someone that you should give them pity, right? It's either the two of them, right? But like we thought, then I meet my students, like I just ask them, if it were me and then I'm not arresting you for anything, right? For saying something, do you want Papua to be part of Indonesia or not? Right. I'm just asking their opinion and they would, like it's split 50-50. Some still believe in Indonesia, the other doesn't, right? Which is fine, right? Just like everyone can have opinion. And just like last time, not a single movie can change the opinion of someone who already has opinion to begin with, right? If you're already against the government from the get-go, then this movie will just reinforce you. And if you are supporting the government, you will find either try to find some apology to not that I would it's not apology as in making apology, but apologia in the Greek sense of the word, way of what the government does, right? It's not changing anything. If it were to be in my cynical worldview, the movie doesn't change things, right? It just depends on who we are to either or what do we believe at the first place, right? And the world which just goes on and on, right? It will go on. The next month, half of us will still talk about this movie, but the next 2 months, only quarter of us. The next year, nobody's gonna talk, right? That's just how sad sometimes, right? I've seen so many documentaries being, you know, exploded, over the course of my life, and it always happens. Nothing changes, right? It's just a bombastic event, right? Sorry, this video, if my opinion is cynical, yes, right? It sounds like it is. If I were, if I don't care about social and political issues to begin with, Why should I care? Right? Unless it's directly affects me, right? That's just what happens in the minds of so many people, right? If we're like in academia, we have the freedom to talk about it. That oh yes, this is the social issue that is important, but go somewhere else, right? Go somewhere else, and then you ask about them, and you show them, and they just like go along with their life, right? Yes, I know. I'm a very cynical person. I know, right? Very cynical, right? But I think that, you have a slide on the side. Can I also answer that? You have a
Which
slide.
one?
Yeah, you also should film criticize the government, right? You also show it. Can I
Oh
answer
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think for now it's
Oh, yes,
for
later.
the
Yeah.
for later, sir.
Yeah, it's for
It's
later.
the first question, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So
Uh,
I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it
Sorry
up.
to interrupt. Maybe
Oh,
you
Yeah,
go
can
ahead.
Daniel.
decrease only have 20 minutes. Maybe
Oh,
you
yeah.
can answer if you want, just like a little bit.
But I think like in the film is actually something that honestly should be kept, right? Because like in any functional country, you do need criticism, right? You have to allow criticism, right? You have to keep it, right? You cannot suppress criticism, right? Not even in the ideas, not even with the line of thinking that, oh, this is, like against our values, or this is, you just put many kind of adjectives to them, right? If you try to remove the criticism, then our democracy is not going to work out, right? So as much as I have cynical view on the movie itself, or rather, on also the people around it, the hype around it, I still would rather like if it were to be like in the words of Voltaire, right? I might disagree with you, but I will die on this hill to protect your rights of speech, right? I will let it keep it that way. And honestly, you have my word, right? The next time someone watch a movie and then people try to fight them for it, I will also fight the guy, right? I'm gonna be to protect his rights, right? You have my word on this, right? Thank you,
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sorry, Mr. Who? Who is again? David
David.
Satya. Okay, Mr. David. Okay, sorry. Because we have little bit time right now, so we move to before Marcin answer, Mr. Radha. Mr. Radha, can you give us your opinion about this question? How does the film affect people' opinion and feeling about the social and political issue? If you already watch it, it's good. You can say it, but if not, it's okay. Just give us some opinion because we are discussion here, not like debating, but we have our own opinion and we respect it, our opinion. Reda, do you have any opinion about this? Oh, I think not, huh? Reda? Okay, okay. So we move. I saw two people raise hand. Who is this? Sunshine, no? Marsan or Sunshine? Marsan. Ah, Angga Kusuma. Okay, Angga Kusuma, can you unmute your voice and you can talk and give us your opinion?
Thank you very much, Michael, for sharing this important and relevant session regarding the movie that is going viral recently. So, to answer your question, I think what has been happening in Papua has been familiar to so many people, considering Papua has been one of the poorest provinces in our country, and their people also have been, in terms of the education's infrastructures, are lacking compared to most of the provinces in Indonesia. considering also they are one of the richest regions also, having a lot of resources, golds, mines, rich of forests, etc., etc. But on the other hand, they're so poor. So, what has the movie shown us? I think it's just the reality that a lot of people know. It's just triggering, that something that many people have realized. Um, so it's not hard for people to understand how underdeveloped the Papuan, these regions are in Indonesia. So therefore, when you see people's opinions and feelings about this issue, there outrage, massive outrage happening on social media. Even before that, like a lot of people are trying to watch the movies, right? There are a lot of excitements to watch this movie, um, despite you know, restrictions and also limitations they're imposed by not only the governments, but also the military, right? Even when you see some militaries have tried to stop the watching of the movies, but people keep trying to watch it and watch it again and again, right? Because yeah, that's just the reality. So I think, uh, yes, this has of course raised more awareness to many people. But what makes this movie different from other movies? I just wanted to give a quick response to the previous speakers, because this movie has not only for it's not only for you enjoying the movie. It's also for organizing, right? Therefore, the filmmakers have said so many times that this movie is for you to gather, it's for you to discuss, it's for you to act, because the movie is not enough. The movie has limitations. So what can make it different is for us to gather, to voice our voices, even to mobilize, right, and make a change. And therefore, the movie can be useful and can make a big impact for so many people. So that this awareness has to be, mobilized so that it can make real change. I think that's from me for now. Back to you, moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Angga, so much. It's really interesting about your opinion about the issue. Thank you so much. So we're going to the next, Marshine.
Okay.
Okay, Marshine, time is
Um,
yours.
Thank you. Well, everyone, if we talk about movies, they cover the all of characters people to understand about something that related with the text. Because we have already known there is a people that tend to auditory. Yeah, they can absorb a kind of informations by listening every single informations that they listens. There's a people visual. Visual means they are easier to understand about visualizations that happen in front of them. There's a people that coming from kinesthetical that make them will be easier to understand and absorb the informations. And the movie can cover up all of them as the best soft diplomacies to make empathy, to make a framing for every single informations to the people. So these are the reasons that movie can shaping the people mindsets. It's like what happens nowadays. The several years ago, we have already known there is a people there is the movies, famous movies that entitled by Rambo. House the all people in this world think that United States wins the war in Vietnam, but it isn't vice versa or the contrastingly with happening in that movie itself. And the seconds, Russians are shaped by the mafia's countries that coming from the several movies in the Hollywood movies that what happened when I arrived in Russia, there is no something that related to to the mafioso and others. So there is the contrastingly also about that movie itself. So means movie are succeed, yeah, to shaping the people mindset. So what happens nowadays in Papua, yeah, we need to think about the objectively about how this movie is created. It's to give the objective to the move to the society or not. It's like what been mentioned by our friends before. I forgot the name of our friends here. Tommy, eh? Tommy has mentioned that the behind of this movie, why they don't mention that there is the urgency. How's the government made or open the land in Papua? And the behind of that, there is the food security. In the behind of that, there is energy securities. That in the movie they don't mention it. So means the objective of that movie is trying to attack a government policy to try to disrupt what the planning of the government, yeah, to create a kind of the things to be stimulus or to be released, yeah. So means we are as the citizen we need to objective too, yeah. It's like what been fighting by the government about their plan for the food security, for the energy security, to make us get the prosperity in our countries with been mentioned by this movie. Yeah, it's like what I thought in the first statement of me. Yeah, maybe it's not the whole government is clean. Most of or there are several of them are dirty too in the situations, but it's not close our feeling, yeah, to understand why it's happening. It's like the several years ago, several months ago, what happens in Papua, yeah. So they open the land mining, yeah, but in the people around the Papua, yeah, they like that project it because they give the job opportunity to the citizen there that get the prosperity inside of that. And I believe that most of the Papuan also, yeah, they have a feeling they want to be heroes. It's not only to the Papua but for Indonesia, with the land clearing, yeah, with the good ways of the government, yeah. I trying to highlight it, the land clearing for in the good ways of the government. I believe that someday Papua will be heroes to our countries, Indonesia. So this is the objective for me. So about this movie, yes, of course, we are as democratic countries. We can use every single path, even though this is movie, this is podcast, this is text, article, and others. Yeah, to open the mindset of the all of netizen in our countries. But we are as the educated one, we need to understand how's um, this movie is created. What is the objective? What is what is yeah, what is the why this movie is created? So this is my statement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your opinion, Merchant. It's really, guys, I cannot like saying anything right now because I got so many knowledge now, like so many perspective, and yeah, it's a part of our system democracy. You know how we say about our opinion about the movie, about everything, because yeah, it's really like I feel like it's really good conversation discussion for with you guys, and yeah, because it's 5 minutes left. Okay, so I've been chat with Nia. So we going to the next. I think the last question, and maybe for two people. So because we have time until 11, so it's for Saifullah Putra. I think it's the is economic development more important than protecting indigenous people and the environment, or should both build balance? So yeah, is economic development. Nah, I think it's really a huge issue, not right now, but from 10 years ago, like 20 years ago, when there is people to protect, and there is other side, like we need to improve our economy, but in other sides there is protection for the land, for the indigenous, especially indigenous people. So what do you think, your opinion about this question? Saifullah Putra, it's your time to say
Okay,
about your
thank
opinion. Yeah.
you for the time. So,
Mm.
I think I will prefer to be balanced between economic development and then in the protect indigenous people. But I could say that the government does not have a chance to decide what the best for the indigenous people. So what's the best for indigenous people is what indigenous people need, which is education and healthcare. That's the most important thing because with what I saw in the reality in Papua, they need more in education and healthcare rather than having a jobs because y- we cannot make it similar the way Papuans living as the way our living in our islands or in our cities because they don't need like a 9 to 5 job. They don't need like a monthly pay. What they need is just they have forests to live. That's it. Because they believe that the forest can protect them, can provide food, house, and everything. What they need is healthcare and education. But yeah, it's this is the context for indigenous people who live in the forest. It's different with the people who live in the city. Yeah, the people who live in the city same as us. Like they are working in the bank, they were working in hospital. But for indigenous people, I think there are more people like they don't want to show up or no like show up to the outside of the world. So they are really comfortable to live inside of their community, and then they can support their food and then their maybe they have their way the methods to secure their food. So it's not always that the government decide what they need, so it has to come from the indigenous people need because if the governments really involve the indigenous people, so it won't be any protest from them to protest this project. So this is the question one, and the question number two, it's a little bit funny in my opinion that if we want to make a video, we have to make it like a balanced view between the pro side and the con side. So I think it depends on the who funded this video because if the government wants to fight about this Pesta Babi's video or the Pesta Babi movie, they have many equipments, they have funds, they have troops, they have buzzers to make the movie that can compete with the Pesta Babi if they want. But why not? Okay, so don't try to oppose like to fight the citizens who wants to provide the reality in the Papua with the view that they are not I think they are not neutral or they are not maybe they don't show the real reality in Papua or etc. So I would gonna say that it's a part of democratic, like my our friend said. So there are many contrasts, there are many pros, so we have to respect on that. Okay, so it doesn't mean like if there is a video that support government, okay, it's good. There are videos who support maybe who doesn't support the government, yeah, that's good because it has to be balanced. In democratic country it should be balanced because the our parliament and then in the government, I think we haven't met any opposing parties who can protect our rights. There are no debates or there are no like fighting. I really miss that kind of situation in like a House of Parliament because I think if they are fighting, so they have fighting for the people. They have fighting for the rights. So it's part of the democratic country to find the best way to for the people. So I think for the for fighting in the House Parliament is really good for our country. If the House of Parliament agrees on one side completely, it's gonna be dangerous because they have something behind of it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Angga Kusuma, for your opinion. It's totally like interesting
That's
today.
not from me.
So, oh, sorry, sorry. Who is that again?
Mr. Saifullah.
Ah, Saiful itu tadi. Oh, sorry, sorry. My bad. Because I saw in the screen that you raised hand. I thought it's you that talked before. Okay, okay. So I'm so sorry, guys, but it's already I check. It's already 11 p.m. right now. I think it's there is discussion for today. I really appreciate you, each one of you that's give us opinion about the issue that already happening recently about Pesta Babi from the event, from the repression, from the military, and how your perspective about the democracy, how your perspective about the what is it, the context of the movie and democracy and the program PSN that happening and rights of indigenous. I really have a lot of insight today. Even I just prepared this question, but I really got like three SKS kuliah, that's why. So yeah, I think that's for today. Dania, there is something you want to say before it's finished, or?
Actually, I still see Mr. Angga raise hand. Mr. Angga,
Oh,
would
okay. Oh, Mr. Angga
you
for the
want
last,
to
okay?
give last statement or is
Oh, okay,
enough,
okay.
Mr. Angga?
Oh, is it
Okay,
still
Mr.
okay? We still have time?
Yeah, maybe I can give you 5 minutes.
Okay,
Oh.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, Mr. Angga. Sorry, sorry. Because I really follow the time, but Dania say it can, okay. Angga, you can.
Oh, okay. I can
Okay.
finish before 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, first
Okay.
of all, regarding the previous question, I think the question is not about whether the film should be shown or not, whether the film should be published or not. It's just similar to like whether democracy is has to be there or not. So the question is how to advance our democracy, how to protect our civil rights. So I think that should be the question. So of course, yes, in that regards, we have to really protect our rights to advance our democracy by allowing this movie to be watched more and more by a lot of people, so people can be more aware of the situation. Whether they agree or disagree, it's up to them to decide. But the movie should be there, so we can't really restrict people's desire to gain information and knowledge, right? Then for the question showing here, so yeah, unfortunately, economic development is always divine, something that is big, massive, conducted and pushed by the government. Consequently, it often um, denying basic rights for the people, local people and indigenous people, because they're not they're not perceived as the ones who contributes to the economic development. I think that's not right, because local people, actually, in terms of food security, for example, they have their own sources initially to grow lands, to eat, to shelter, and so on and so forth. But because it's not defined by mainstream economics, so um, as a consequence, they have to be connected to massive projects done by the government. So yeah, I think the way we define economic has to be revised. Because indigenous people have their own ways of life. They're actually rich in their own ways. That's something that is not counted in a mainstream economics. And then for the last question, what does the democracy in Indonesia mean to you? I think the question is how to advance our democracy. Because when you're talking about democracy, democracy has been there for so many times. But what makes it different is how we uh, manage or advance our democracy. Like for example, in Hitler era, there was democracy. In Soeharto era, there was democracy, but that was democracy for the few, democracy for the elites, democracy for the military, democracy for the fascists. Now it's up to us, the civil society. It's up to us whether we wanted to advance it or not. Because if we're not advancing our own rights, our democracy, it's the elites who will benefits for the democracy that is here already. So yeah, I think it's not like the ruling that manage our own rights, but it's from us, that has to advance our own rights, so that once our democracy has been attacked, we can protect it and we can advance it. Yeah, I think that's my last statement. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Pak
Okay,
Angga.
thank you so much, Mr. Angga. So I like to thanks for everyone who already coming today, and also Mr. Michelangelo, Mr. Ang, who bring this really interesting topic, and I really learned a lot from this discussion tonight. So, do you have last statement, Mr. Ang, before we take some picture?
So basically, I just quote this from the movie that I forgot the name of the indigenous people from the Pesta Babi movie, but the statement goes like this: if I said in Indonesia, okay, but he just say like this. Kalau kalau Papua mau apa tuh namanya menjadi bagian dari Indonesia, berikan juga keadilan buat Papua. So yeah, that's what he said. I forgot. So kalau ya intinya kalau di Bali itu, so basically in Bali we have like menyama Braya, right? Menyama Braya, right? So it's brotherhood. So if Papua feel pain, Sumatra also feel pain, Javanese feel pain, Balinese whole feel pain because we are uh one is a one country. So yeah, that's my uh last statement for this discussion for today. So yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the indigenous, but it's really good. Until now, I always remember it. The whole movie, the whole like 1 hour 30 minutes. I remember that until now. So yeah, so we share
Okay.
we share our pain together, so we have solidarity about the
Yeah,
issue. So yeah.
it's actually a really nice quote. Maybe you can write it down in our group so every participant in our group also can know about it.
Oh yeah.
So once again, thank you so much for Mr. Michelangelo to share the OTA community discussion in this episode with the topic between freedom and fear, rethinking democracy in Indonesia amidst the dispersal of the Pesta Babi watch party. Okay, so before we end our discussion, let's take a picture. I'm really happy that tonight's really quite participants join us.
All right,
For
let's go. Let's
all the
go.
participants,
Give
you are
give a
all
round of
to
applause to all of us. Okay.
yeah, applause for all of us.
Yeah, but not
You can
too loud
on
because it's
your
already night.
camera,
Okay. Turn on your camera, guys, and we can take
Mr.
a
Angga,
picture.
Miss Aulia, Mr. David, Mr. Haji
Reda,
Isam, Haras,
reda.
Reda,
Excuse me, I'm not
Titin.
turning on my camera. I was doing something else that is a little bit embarrassing to say. So
Oh.
Okay, no worries then.
Okay, okay, man. No problem, man.
Okay. Wah, as I thought, it's Mr. Cool there.
Okay.
Okay, how about Miss Aulia? Miss Titin? Okay, there is no response. Maybe I think it's all good. We ready? In 1, 2, 3. Okay, another pose. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much for all the participants that come in these discussions. Let's we do our jargon. If I say, what is that, Mister? I forgot.
Hello, Ota. Yesterday we say tomorrow.
Yesterday we say tomorrow. Okay.
Uh,
1, 2, 3. Yesterday.
Today
We
Yesterday
say
we say
Yesterday we say
tomorrow.
Yesterday
tomorrow.
said
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Okay. Thank
Thank you
you so
very
much.
much.
Thank
Yeah.
you
I
so
hope
much, Mr.
Thank you
enjoy
so
Ed,
much, all
Mr.
of you
Ed,
guys.
everyone. Thank you
Mr.
guys.
So fun
Thank you,
today.
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.